All right, it's a new report going out there saying that the Detroit Lions could trade for Cleveland Brown cornerback Greg Newsome out of Northwestern. He was the 21st pick or 20-some pick in the 2021 draft. Cleveland started circulating at the combine. They're willing to deal him. They can't pay everybody in Cleveland. I think Denzel Ward out of Ohio State, what some people call DBU, either there or LSU. I will agree to that. But, you know, we would rather it be Denzel Ward. But, hey, it ain't really no shabby thing. I think the best of Greg Newsome is yet to come, probably. I don't know much about him in the league, to be honest, but he's only 23, but the Lions would have to trade something for him, obviously. But then they got to sign him to a new deal. The difference between trading for Carlton Davis or trading for Marshawn Lattimore, trading for L'Jarius Sneed is it's about a 3 or 4 year age difference. They're mostly around 27 or be 28. He 23 years old. So, you know, you getting a prime corner that probably ain't as good as he, you know, he probably going to continue to get better. So, let's talk about it. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. So, yeah, that's, you know, to me, shit, fuck it. Go ahead. I mean, he can play. He can play. That was a good defense last year. Even though C.J. Stroud went out there in the playoffs and threw a goddamn block party on their ass, boy was out there throwing darts. The Chicago Care Bears got to be kicking themselves for not drafting C.J. Stroud. Everybody talk about, oh, Carolina, yeah, they traded capital or whatever, you know, up there, but Chicago could have had him. I know he happy to be in H-Town. Nobody want to be in no cold-ass Chicago playing outside. Real talk. Something a little bit's wrong with them Chicago ninjas too, man. These niggas been killing for 20, 30 straight years. Yeah, I'm good. They got some good food places. I mean, it's a good shopping hub. You know, they can just get some of them ignorant folks out of Chicago. Chicago be the ideal city, be honest. Give 4 seasons. Just that not being off that water, all that wind and shit, though. But, yeah, nobody want to be in Chicago. You know, playing outside. They is getting an indoor stadium though, for sure though. But shout out to my Chicago dudes, man. I know quite a few people from there. But yeah, you know, Greg Newsome. I mean, shit, like I said, I don't know much about him. You know, so, but I just know he's still pretty much young. Ain't made a Pro Bowl or All Pro or nothing like that. But he got youth on his side, and apparently a lot of Detroit writers seem to think he's pretty good. You know. Don't watch a lot of Northwestern games. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think they call them the Ivy League of the Midwest, and Stanford is called like the Ivy school of the West Coast. But yeah, I don't pretty much know much about them. But they had a good defense over there. I mean, he's fairly young. I'm pretty sure he's athletic. The price will probably be cheaper as far as trading. And probably paying to L'Jarius Sneed, but like I said before, on the upside, he's very, very young and spry. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, you know, already probably like, well, Brad Holmes are probably don't, you know, want to trade draft capital. Brad Holmes ain't probably going to want to pay. Detroit don't ever want to go out there and make a bold move and then come bite them in the ass. Well, with this move, you got a young corner off the rip. So if you trade for him, now you can get away with bringing in a Stephon Gilmore, Xavier Howard. I mean, you even getting in, drafting another guy high and letting them Cam Sutton and the guy that you draft duke it out. So, really, this move allows you to go out there and get a veteran corner, to be honest. You know, it allows you to go out there and get another vet. It allows you to go out there and still get another young guy early on. So, like I said, we'll see. We'll see. So, you know, now, you know, it's saying, oh, the Lions can basically trade for him and I think it's Greg Newsome the second or something like that. I mean, he ain't got to go far. What's Cleveland? 4 hours? I ain't drove to Cleveland before, like 4 hours. So he ain't got to go far. I mean, they got to negotiate a deal, get some compensation going. I mean, he in the last year's deal, you letting him go anyway. So, I mean, what's the compensation? You know, to me, maybe a 4th or 5th this year and maybe a compensatory 3rd next year. Like, or basically on, not compensatory, or basically on if you do this or you do that. It could be a 3rd or a 4th or a 5th or something like that. So, obviously, people would love it to be Denzel Ward. But the great upside about it is he's young. So you're not giving some money to a guy, you know, that's 27, 28 years old, and they may be prime. And they might be peaking in their prime. Like, this kid still could be possibly getting better, 6 foot. So he wanted the bigger corners or whatever. So, I mean, You know, it kind of just from an age standpoint of view, you kind of feel more comfortable handing him the bag to a certain extent. Now, you know, you might sign him to a 4 or 5 year deal, or you know, you legitimately Snead, you probably saying 3 or 4. You know, you say 5, you'd be 32 years old at the end of the deal. Even though we know most of the deals is front loaded with potential outs, so you know contracts are not the same or as they are in Major League Baseball or basketball. You know, so you know, personally, man, I'm fine with it. You know, if he can play, you know, go out there and then get some more security behind him. That's where I'm standing at with it at. Yeah, he ain't got to travel far. And people say, oh, you know, I'm gonna Snead and this, that, and the third. And that's right, but you know, you start creeping towards them 30s. You know what I'm saying? You start getting up there, and then there's a bidding war for him. So, I mean, like some smoke was coming from someone. I'm tripping. It's like it's a bidding war. You know what I'm saying? It's a bidding war for him. And you know, 6 other teams that's trying to trade for Snead. You know, so you gotta find out where you want. Where everybody looking at Snead or looking else places, you go ahead and take Newsome and then keep it moving, and not even probably pay the price that you gonna pay for Snead. So Snead might just say, I just want to go to the highest bidder. Fuck winning. I won 2 Super Bowls. Bump it. All right, cool. So, but everybody different, man. That money, you know, that money is money. But you know, when you in a market where you winning, that's the difference. When you winning, and you getting advertisements on top of that money that you getting. Chad Johnson, aka Ocho Cinco. I was a kid, he was Chad Johnson. You know, Ocho Cinco said, you know, he bought all his luxury cars with his sponsorship money. Very financially responsible guy, it sounds like. So, you know. But like I said before, I'm perfectly fine with it. You know what I'm saying? Getting a young guy, going with a young team. I mean, going into his 5th year of his deal, $13.7 million. So I don't know what the ticket gonna be, what you gonna have to pay him. But you know, probably cheaper than Snead and Davis, and you know, I think a lot of them already got in the deal. I don't know if he want a new one. So yeah, I'm with it. That give you the flexibility to go out there and get Gilmore. Maybe if you still got Gilmore brother on the roster, hey, maybe he come. So I mean, it's a you know, great opportunity. So we'll see what happens. See that, you know, these things don't happen overnight. You still seeing who getting released, who getting cut, and all this type of stuff. So you're gonna see a lot of motion next week when I think Wednesday is when the league year start and free agency start happening. So we'll see what happens. I wouldn't suggest y'all go see an explosion of signings from the Lions, but hey, check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the link tree, find me on X, Spotify, Facebook, Instagram, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Check my other channels out. All those links inside the link tree. Peace.